everyone doing today? It's Friday. And it's Saturday and Sunday. How's everyone doing? It's a wonderful Friday afternoon. I'm now dug out of the snow finally. Third day in a row of no schools because of snow and driveway or roads still unplowed. So I haven't gone anywhere in a bit, but is what it is. Why do I got a bit of a lag? Why are OBS being dumb? One second here. OBS is being dumb. Okay, I think we're okay. Yeah. I don't know why. Lately it's been doing that where I get some weird sync issues. Audio out of sync? Is it back now? Come on. Why are we getting... Yeah, we're good. Yeah, that's weird. I don't know why. Lately, that's been an issue where it just decides to go out of sync. I don't know if it's because I never reboot this computer. Maybe I should start doing that more. But yeah, so today we're doing something a little bit different. We're doing a little CNC. So for those that have been following the channel for a while, earlier last year, we did a 3018, like your standard bog standard 3018. Why am I still getting a little bit of lag? I don't know. I don't know. I'll figure it out. But we did a 3018. This is kind of the same thing. It's still like the same. It's a NEMA 17 Gerbil, same build volume or machine volume, same type of spindle, but it's a little bit different of a design. So this was sent over by Comgrow. It's called the Robo CNC router. So it's a little desktop CNC. It's a little bit more advanced than your traditional 3018. Which that I had plans for. I actually bought some upgrades for it. I was going to upgrade the motors. I still have a Duet. I have a Duet 2. So the plan is we're going to get this unboxed. Let's get the music going. And if I like it, I might do some upgrades to it because I want to start doing some more CNC. One thing I want to try is these machines are very common. Okay, 3018 desktop CNC engravers are very common. But let's be honest, they can't do metal. Okay, so a lot of people have asked me if I've machined any parts on my 3018 for any of my printers. The answer is no, because you can't really, like, they can't do metal. But materials like Delrin, like hardened plastics, that may be a thing. So I might play into that. Aluminum. Oh, and thank you for becoming a member. So yes, so we're going to unbox this. We're going to set it up. We'll probably run some of the demo programs on it, see what we got. But yeah, so this is the Comgrow Robo CNC router. They sent this to me for review. No money's been exchanged. Words and opinions are my own. Yada, yada, yada. You know how it be. Also, on top of all that, this showed up today. And then, because you guys wanted yellow, it's Minion parts. And then also, another update. There is all the Micron parts, which should be here this weekend, next week. And then the box below all that is an LDO V2.4 R2 kit. So we're gonna have content for a while for streams. So ERC for review. I'm working on it. Hopefully this weekend. I'm bouncing around with a bunch of stuff around the house. So yes, ERC review. It's fun. ERC good. Tricky to build though. Okay, let's unbox this guy. So I never keep these boxes, and I hate dealing with the flaps, so we'll get rid of those. I have way too much cardboard. You'd be surprised how much cardboard builds up. The LDO kit is a 2.4 R2. Let's go to the overhead cam. Wow! Overcam, you are not doing too hot. Ooh. Overhead camera. Oh, you are not. That is in the camera. That's not the. That is the camera itself. Okay. We don't have an overhead camera. Yeah. Did it overheat? I don't know. The problem is I always forget it on because this camera, my A5100, I turn off all the time. The other camera, by the way, thank you, Jason, for a proper tripod. You could tell, like, it's funny when somebody like Jason from LDO, they enjoy the content, but when they just can't stand my shitty tripod falling over, and he sent me an actual proper tripod along with the kit. So my overhead camera here, I always forget to turn it off. So did it die on me? Yeah. Looks like we're gonna have to go shopping for a new overhead camera, guys. That sucks. Yeah, camera dead. Oh well. Sorry, it's a bit out of context, but I've used any Janus PBS, PI. I've never heard of that, so no. Sensor might be dead. Yeah, it seems a bit broken. So I'll unbox it here, and you guys can look. We'll go with this camera. There you go. So let's see what we got. Got our manual, and that's what the machine looks like. So CNC. So unlike the 3018, the bed doesn't move, which I kind of like, because what that means is the bed on this is probably aluminum. I could replace it with get a plate steel bed and drill a bunch of holes in it, and weight isn't an issue. The bed don't move. Foam. Okay. Power plug. Cupcake Overlord. Overhead camera fun. Here's the thing. I was planning to upgrade cameras at some point. I didn't want to do it this soon because if I upgrade cameras, I want to upgrade the A5100. I'm trying to find like a cheap 4K so that I can upgrade that one, and then that one becomes the overhead. But we'll see. Comgrow has been very good to me. I had a defective product and they took care of it. That's good to hear. This is my first experience with Comgrow. I know they're basically a reseller of Enders on Amazon. That's what I see them a lot. I've heard good things from them, like there, and I've heard them, I think they're one of the companies that will occasionally just take somebody's print and use that to feature their printers without attributing, which that's obviously not a good thing, but I think when they've been called out, they corrected it, so. I don't want to buy another 6400 because they're expensive, and I don't know. We'll see. So we got that. That's our little Z sensor. Obvious notes, $3 to the fund. The super awesome glasses, because I didn't know they were doing this. Because they just, it's a CNC. But this has an add-on laser. So it has a clip-on laser attachment. Now here's my thing with lasers, okay? My stance is I don't do lasers, okay? Unless the laser unit is fully enclosed, okay? So I've had companies contact me. You've probably seen those really V-wheel belted lasers that are quite common that use these kind of things. And you've seen other people review them. I've been contacted about getting those sent to me a dozen times by various different companies. I turn them down because I don't want to do lasers that aren't fully enclosed. I believe that's a safety issue, having a laser that can potentially go into your eyeball. So they didn't tell me they were sending this when we originally discussed it. They said, okay, we're going to send you the CNC, whatever. And then after we did the arrangement where here's my address, this is review by this date, blah, blah, blah. They said, cool, it's shipped. By the way, we included a laser. So I don't know if I'll play with this on stream. We'll see. Yeah, I wouldn't trust those glasses. Exactly. So I might play with it off stream and not kind of endorse it, but it does have a little shield and it does place down. But the problem is it only just clips on. It literally just clips on. There's no rigid mount. So if it decides to, while it's printing, for whatever reason, something bumps it and it does one of these, well, that's no good. So it's a 5-watt laser, by the way, for those curious. Here, got ourselves a power brick, 24 volts. Nice, so it is a 24 volt system. We got our motor, which is, it's an ER11 collet. These are, I think they're called 775 motors. They're very common. I actually have, don't roll off. I have an upgrade one. Where is it? Ah, here it is. So a little while back, I actually bought an upgraded one that I was going to use on the 3018 that I never used. So we might end up putting it in here because this is 10,000 ripums and this one's 20,000 ripums. So we'll see. I also got a whole set of chucks and whatnot, but I do like it's 24 volts. I think this is for the laser. Yeah, this is for the laser if I want to do, no, it's not for laser. I have no idea what this is for. CNC Ty, I wanted to know what you think. Want you to know that thanks to Voron, I've started my own really similar open source project for a CNC vertical mill attenuate. I'd be interested in that. I'm hoping to get it more into CNC now that I have more time, because for those that don't know, I've taken a break from work to see if full-time YouTube is a thing I can do. So yeah, it's for more cutting thin sheets, or can you assault blocks of aluminum with this? This is not, I would not do aluminum with these. We got a little controller here that it's, for those that know, this is very Mad Catz-esque quality of the controller. And it's got a ribbon cable. So we got that, that. Okay. We got gubbins, we got clamps, screws, more screws, ooh, end mills, and probably some V-bits for engraving, an 8 gigabit SD card and adapter, feet, I got feet, it's good to have feet. Oh, and sorry, Jake, thanks for the 5 pounds. Okay. Mad Catz-esque. Now that's a name I haven't heard in a long time. I got a brush. I got a brush, so brushy. Got some side panels. A USB, which, if I'm not mistaken, this has to be plugged into a computer to work. The Yonggong tools. Okay. Okay, now we got the gantry. So let's take this out. You know what, let me put all this stuff on the other desk. Where's the LTT water bottle? I don't have one. I have a normal water bottle that a while ago, I just put a sticker on it. I wrote LTT, and it's been on there for like, I think almost 2 years at this point. Right now, rocking the G Fuel. So, because I don't know, I bought a bunch of it a while ago. Use code WUBBY, 30% off. Go. Anything else in here? Nope. But make a water bottle, sell merch. I have a merch store. Nobody ever buys anything from it. Go to my YouTube page. You can see store. I'm working on getting proper art. I need to hit up some people and get some proper art though, because I'm sorry, I feel really bad if my merch store is literally just my logo slapped on a bunch of, you know, gilded white t-shirts. So I need to get some proper art made up. Hit up Fiverr again. I've only had 2 experiences with Fiverr. One of them was absolutely horrendous, and one of them was awesome. The first experience with Fiverr was trying to get a logo for the channel, okay? The current channel logo and the previous channel logo were both done by Jared Co. on the Voron Discord. So he did both those logos, but I did try going on Fiverr, and getting one set up, like getting somebody to make me one. And I think I like $15 or $20, and it was horrible, like MS Paint quality. So I said, screw that, and Jared made one, and I liked it, so I stuck with that one. But the music that you actually hear on the beginning of the stream, my intro song, that is a Google song. So if you go on YouTube, you can go through YouTube's open source like music library, and it's all royalty-free music you can use. So I used to use a song from there. It's called AI_2. I actually paid somebody on Fiverr to make a remix of that, like a synthwave outrun style remix of it. And that's what my song is now. So that's actually a custom song that I had. And the guy, he was like a $10 Fiverr, and I tipped him like another like $10 because I'm like, dude, this is actually really good. I like it. So I actually have two versions of it. The first version I didn't like so much, but the second version is what you have. Need only benchy. I do need only benchy shirts. I know. I'm not taking full advantage of that. So I'm using Stream Elements now, and apparently the Stream Elements merch store is pretty good. So we might go with that. Okay, so the base feels pretty solid. And I've got my granite played out just for it to sit on. Yeah, Stream Elements. There is a Stream Elements bot that reminds you guys to smash that or like that smash button every now and then. Okay, so what do we got? So unfortunately, my overhead died. So there's the bed. So we got, it's all aluminum. It's obviously all aluminum. We got an E-stop in the front, a lead screw with some gunk on it. It's already pre-assembled. It's, what are those, MGN, or what is those? 12 mil rods, I want to say. Yeah, 12 mil. So we got 12 mil rods, a TR8 lead screw. We got end stops, forward and backwards, so that's good. The NEMA 17 motor is a 1.2 amp motor. Let's see here. There's really no information on it. DGJLmotor.com. Okay. And then we got our gantry. And this is all aluminum. It's got an aluminum backing plate. The controller is already attached, it looks like. And I think I just got to clip everything together type thing. Again, so everything seems, it looks like I just got to put the gantry on and we're good to go. So let's actually get the instructions out and see what the instructions say. Jake England, £5. Thank you, appreciate it. Sweet, the Reddit for the CNC is, oh, you're the Millennium Machine Guards. Okay, I have seen that one pop up in the past. I haven't really dug into it, but I have seen that before. So, how much backlash do we got here? Yeah, there's a bit of backlash. E-stop works. Okay. No bake light. Yeah, there's no bake. Well, there's side panels to keep it together. Or keep stuff from flying everywhere. So used to 7-part build videos now. Weird seeing one. Yeah, so my plan is, for those that don't know, and I already said it, but I took some time off work. I'm giving full-time YouTube a try. And the only reason I can do that is because you guys are awesome and your support through memberships and donations makes it possible. I wouldn't be able to do that just off like YouTube ad revenue alone. So you guys. So the current plan is a Tuesday stream. Well, earlier in the day, I'm thinking noon Eastern or 2. We tried 10 a.m. That seemed a little too early. And then the usual Saturday stream. So 2 streams a week plus a video a week. And then Fridays, I'm going to say Fridays for oddball streams. So something like this, like a one and done stream. So if I get to interview anyone or something like this, that's only going to be one stream, will be a Friday thing. So, Jujube64, just want to say thank you for the tip on sourcing a flat granite slab. I was able to get a nice 2x2 foot slab for 15. There you go, perfect. Yeah, these are awesome. Go if you don't have one. Okay, if you got a desk you're always working on. Go to a countertop manufacturer, okay? Go drive around one. Look for one that has, like, in the back, you could see the gated off area or whatever. They just have a bunch of countertop slabs of quartz or granite or whatever just sitting outside. Knock on the door, be like, hey, I need an offcut of granite. Well, actually, get quartz. Quartz doesn't suck up oils. Granite does. So get quartz. This is quartz. Be like, hey, I need an offcut. Can I buy one? Always offer to buy. Sometimes they'll just say, go take one out of the, here's a scrap area, go grab one. But usually it's like, this was like 20 bucks, I think, Canadian. And it's big enough. Wayne, thank you for becoming a member. So I would do overhead cam, but overhead cam is dead. So instructions. That plus that equals that, and then put that on. Okay, so it looks like I got to put the sides on first with M510s and T-nuts. And then I screw the sides on with M512s. And I put the motor in. So yeah, so this should be pretty simple. Justin, thank you for becoming a member. And Kilo Cubit, $20 for the overhead camera fund. So, I don't know. I was looking for overhead cams. Here's the thing, like, for cameras, you either spend the money and you buy a full camera, but I don't need full cameras. I have my A6400 for videos. That is for videos. That's my video camera. So for streaming, I just need HDMI out. I don't need image stabilization. I don't need anything. So, and buying a webcam, no, because webcam quality is kind of poopy. So I was like looking at like Blackmagic's and like what would be like a good just camera, and the problem is it always ends up just go buy a Sony DSLR or mirrorless. I kind of want to stay Sony just because I have lenses. Because this is a Sigma, whatnot. That overhead bump. Yeah, didn't I bump that camera or something? No, honestly, I think it's because that camera has pretty much been on for almost like a year straight. Because I always forget to turn it off after streams, and I used to only stream once a week, so I would forget it on Saturday night, and it would be on next Saturday, and then I would forget to turn off. Sony ZV-E10. I have kind of looked at the Sony ZV-E10. The problem is they're out of stock everywhere, and they're about $1,000. I was hoping, like, I know Tom 3D there, because I'm not going to try saying his last name because I always screw it up. He bought a bunch of Sony ZV-10, not the E10, not the one with the replaceable or the swappable lens, the one with the built-in lens. He bought a bunch of them, but he got them all on sale or whatever, and like they never pop up on sale. So Diego 1632, some money for the snowblower fund. I need to get a snowblower. The problem is, like, my driveway's not that big, and I've got 2 cars parked in it all the time. So maneuvering a snowblower around it wouldn't really work because my driveway isn't that wide. Like, you can walk between the cars. I don't know if a snowblower would fit. And we really only get like 1 or 2 big snows a year. So yes, I live in Canada, but I live below the snow belt. So like, we got a big storm the other day, but that will probably be the one big storm we get this year. A lot of the time it snows and the next day it melts. So ZV-1, yeah, that's the one. So if I'm basically keeping an eye out for one of those. If I can get one, make that the main camera, put the lens on it, and then this one goes up top and is the overhead. Southwestern. Yeah, I'm down in Windsor, the Windsor area, so. So I'm gonna be the first to admit I'm still a pretty noob when it comes to CNC. So the plan is basically just to get this up and running. We'll do some demo cuts, like whatever the demo file is, and we're just gonna hang out. Like today, we're just hanging out. So what do I need? Those M510s. And then T-nuts. Where are my T-nuts? Do I have? Do they give me T-nuts? They did give me T-nuts. Okay, Murph, 10 Canadian. Thank you, appreciate it. We are working, so you don't have to. I'm working, technically. Get a snow sled, easier to use, cheaper, major snow bump, dumpster. Snow sleigh. What's a snow sleigh? Unless it's something that I already know and I just never referred to it as snow sleigh. Snow sled. Oh, one of those. Yeah, see that. Yeah, one of these. I just have a normal shovel. It works good enough. can chat and work for Tech Savvy. I have MNSI. Local provider decided screw that and set up fiber for the whole area a couple years back. Awesome. Don't have to deal with a big company. Hello from Slovakia. Hello. Hello there. So this screws in. So this is nice that it's got a little bit of a shield built into it. Now, where am I going to put this machine? I have no clue. We'll figure that out later. Won't give me a heart attack. This is true. I like not having heart attacks. Although I do like to think I keep myself active enough that it's not an issue. These just go on, so the big one at the back. Okay. And they're hammerheads. I hate hammerheads. This will make a big enough mess. It belongs in the garage. My garage is unheated and it's cold and it's a mess, but I would like to get the garage insulated at some point. Okay, so first off, they did not give me enough screws. They gave me enough T-nuts, but I'm short 4 screws. Now, luckily, I happen to, you know, build 3D printers often, so I have enough stock on hand. So let me check the other bags to see if they put them in another bag, but we're starting off with short screws. And by the way, when I don't know if this is acrylic, polycarbonate. It's got like a tinge to it. I'm assuming is for the laser, which, let's be honest, this ain't gonna do much for the laser because it doesn't enclose everything. This is just to kind of keep crud in. Yeah, they shorted me 4 screws, so 5, 10. Oh, good, I do have some silver. 3. Insulating the garage. Okay, so here's the thing. I've looked into insulating my garage. My garage is attached to the house. There's no room above it though. Okay, so it's just attached to the house on the side. So the problem with my garage is the walls aren't insulated. So it just bare studs, except for where it is against, it shares a wall with the house. Those are insulated and drywall, but like the outside walls are just bare studs. So insulating that won't be hard. The problem is the ceiling. The ceiling they drywalled, which they have to, because you have to have a, by code, because it's a garage and there could be a vehicle in the garage, you have to have it. So basically exhaust from the garage can't get into your house. So that includes going up through the attic and it. So drywalling it and mudding it by code is enough. So that's usually what you'll see. It's also why like garage doors have to close automatically, right? You don't want, carbon dioxide get in your house, right? You don't want to contaminate your house air that's full of ABS fumes. So they've already drywalled the ceiling, so the ceiling's already drywalled, but they didn't put a vapor barrier in. And for those that have ever insulated, you need a vapor barrier, especially a garage somewhere outside. Without a vapor barrier, you get moisture buildup in your insulation and mold. So I would either have to drop the ceiling and vapor barrier it and then put the ceiling back up, which I don't want to do, but I think I could spray foam it. That counts. I'm not 100% sure. It was like, hey, let's do this, and then I peeked up in there and I'm like, okay, never mind, this is gonna be a pain in the butt. I'm not gonna do this right now. So I can blow in the insulation, but the problem is without a vapor barrier, you're going to get moisture buildup because you're going to have a hot side and a cool side with air moving between the two. That's why you need a vapor barrier. So you have the vapor barrier on the warm side. So like, you know, this is outside right here, okay? So this wall, if I cut through that wall, right behind the drywall, there's 6 mil poly, and then insulation, and then, what is it, plywood, and then brick. And then outside, snow. Yeah, so I'd have to pay somebody to spray foam it. Okay, so let's put the feet on, because I don't want this sliding all over the place. Seen a lot of issues with long-term toxic fume. Is that old spray foam or new spray foam? Because I'm assuming if they know it's toxic, like the new stuff is fine. Plus, this would just be in a garage. I'm not spray foaming the house. But right now, it's cold AF outside, so I'm not worried about it right now. I'm not gonna be working on the garage this time of the year. And it's funny, I think these are the exact same feet we use on the V0. So it does have like a nice anodized finish. I will say the machining of these plates, which these are actually casted. These are cast aluminum. Okay, they're not machined, they're cast aluminum. You can see, if you look at the plates, you can see a little ejector pin marks. So these are actually cast aluminum plates. So that's kind of cool to see. Which makes sense. They wouldn't machine all this. It'd be too much machining for a machine of this price. Only negative 36. It's like negative 14 here with the wind chill Celsius. But like literally, you can't go further south than Canada where I live. So I would expect it to be a little warmer. So before I flip this over, I'll give you a view underneath. We got our carriage for the X gantry sits on it. We do have end stop boards. Okay, so we got a positive and negative end stop. Power in for the barrel here and a switch. E-stop, which is wired up through here with a cover. Motor wires and end stops there. So that's the underneath. So it's kind of cool. If you wanted to upgrade this, go bigger. It would just be a new bed, rod, and rails, and lead screw, which wouldn't be that much. What is kind of interesting is I could just take this bed off and just put a plate of steel on here, like ground steel if I really wanted to. Because let's be honest, this is probably not the flattest thing in the world, right? Like I can feel there's a height difference. Yeah. So there's a height difference. So if I wanted to, I can get like a Mike 6 plate, drill a whole bunch of holes, and slap it, like take this plate off and slap it right on top and call it a day. So that is something you could do. Because the bed don't move, so it doesn't matter how heavy the bed is. Hey, M512s. It's 0C and people are panicking. What? It's a CNC, just mill the top. I forgot we could do that. Big brain, big brain. Add a spoil board, or yeah, you can put a spill board on it in Texas. Oh geez, are you guys freezing again? For those in Texas, if people from Texas happen to be online right now, is your power on? I hope your power's on. I heard about that you guys are about to get frozen again. Because, you know, after last year, your government spent all that money fixing everything, right? Right? So I'm going to have to listen to this. Let's see. 2 screws in here. I'm gonna have to loosen this up because it's like size for size, so I can't slip it over. They didn't fix anything. Oh, that sounds about right. There we go. That sits on. There we go. So it actually, it is kind of nice. You can't really see it, but there is a machined lip that this sits on. So it's not just like, you kind of have to line it up this way. Like there is a machined lip that it sits on. So it should be pretty squared up. I mean, Houston, no issues there. Okay, there you go. Warm 11C in the middle of the UK today. Oh god. It's hilarious. Like if you look, the UK, like how much further north they are than like a lot of people in North America. But the good old ocean currents keep them nice and toasty. It also makes it rain all the time, but this looks like a nice little machine, I will say. In Florida. I've only been to Florida once. It was in like March, I want to say, of like 2005 or 6. Okay, so we've gone to this point in the manual. I hate not having an overhead cam. Okay, spindle installation. Put the spindle in, tighten the screw. Okay. So, grab my spindle. Put the spindle in. I gotta loosen that, I think. Something to kind of pry this open a bit. Get in your hole. I don't like, you know what? 1 second here. I think it's a little bit easier. The top is at chamfered. It's like really sharp, so it's a sharp edge on a sharp edge, and it says kind of not wanting to go in. So. We will make ourselves a chamfered edge. So this is like, I don't know what kind of plastic it is. Get in your hole. There we go. It's in the hole. Okay, how far down does it go? It doesn't say. So it's got to obviously go down far enough that it can machine whatever it's machining. But the further down you go, the less Z you got. So we'll go to there. We'll make it. Did it show any pictures? Doesn't show any pictures. Okay, whatever. We'll just go to there. whatever, we'll go to there. Okay, let's back it up. So this is plastic. This is aluminum, the back plate's aluminum. The carriage is, the X carriage is plastic, and this is plastic. So, and how much flex is in it? Yeah, there's flex, but it's not as bad as the 3018. So, okay. Connect the limit switch. So this is the motor. Z motor. Z limit switch. Spindle plus, spindle negative, and red to red, white to white. Okay. I'm assuming that's a laser. Z negative. There's that little trench we have to go in, and then laser and PWM. So I'm assuming I don't need laser and PWM because we're not doing any pew-pew right now. So just kind of put that there. Yeah, a little bit faster than a boron. Okay, plug in that motor. Plug in that end stop. Where's this go? Oh, this is... That just comes out the back. Okay, so this just goes back here to the Y motor. Power barrel jack plug thingy, which is 4 wires for some reason. So on the back here, we do have, this is nice. There is strain relief. I think that's supposed to clip shut, but it's not clipping shut. Oh, there we go. Just had to push it harder. So there is a strain relief back here for the wires. So that's good to see. I do like seeing that strain relief. We got one there. There's switches on the side. I'm not going to mess with those right now. So Y power cable, power emergency switch. Right there. What flavor G Fuel? I think it's the PewDiePie stuff. Okay, main board module. So there's a functional module and a laser switch. Okay, installing stuff. Okay, here we go. Controller. Okay. So what else we got? We got this little guy here, which goes, I want to say, there. Yeah, that's got to go there. Pretty sure that goes there. I got like an extra long screw. I don't know where that goes. And then I got this on the side here. So I'm assuming this goes here. That goes through there, yeah. So let me take off this double-sided tape because I want that double-sided tape on everything. Will it run Clipper? Yeah, actually it would. Gerbil boards are at Mega, I want to say, or they use the same like controller as the ramps. So yeah, you can run Clipper on here, no problem. Now, does Clipper support CNC operations in G-code? Not all of them. So while you can run Clipper on here, can you machine with Clipper and use laser functions on here with Clipper? No. Fortunately not. Okay, that doesn't screw in there. I need an M3. Or an M4, I think that's it. Oh, no, that is M3, I think. No. M4. There we go. How powerful is this spindle? It's a 775 spindle, which I think is like 60 watts, I want to say. There we go. Okay, so that's in there now. That's that. Yeah, this is not a beast mode machine. Okay, power connection, so that's all good there. Okay, so I think we can give it power now. I don't know where this hooks up to. Laser. I got laser and I got PWM. So I'm assuming there's got to be another thing that this hooks up to, unless it's in the controller board back here. No? Unless I like unplug the Z limit switch. Am I supposed to unplug the Z limit switch for this? Upgrade to a Chevy LS. I have a 500 watt spindle chilling in the shed, or in the closet there. Okay, so now I gotta install a bunch of stuff. So let me power this up and see if we actually get any movement out of it first. Make sure, you know, nothing goes boom. Because that would be bad. Because there's switches on the side, and I don't know. Okay, here we go. This is what I want to know. So I have CNC MOS. So what? So they're both down. Okay, whatever. I'm just gonna leave it as is. Okay, let's see if we get power. Let's plug this guy in and see what happens. So barrel jack goes in. Okay, I don't like the barrel jack feeling. It doesn't really plug in with authority, put it that way. And I'm on the wrong side of the machine for this, but it is what it is. Okay, I need power. Sorry, switch wire, you need to sacrifice your power. Okay, the light on the power supply is green. Okay, E-stop's out. For those that have never like seen an E-stop, how they work, when you hit them, it kills power to the machine and it depresses it and it stays locked. To unlock an E-stop, you twist it and it pops out. So that kills the machine, which is good to see. Okay, so we do got movement. Okay, it made a noise, but it turned on. Okay, nope, back. Okay, you can't hold it, you gotta find the positive, find the negative, X in the negative. Back. Wow, these controls suck. Okay, so that is 3, so. Okay, every time I hit that, that's how many okay, so now we're doing 10 millimeter movements. Okay, this controller is so weird. This is so weird. Back. Reset. Okay. Okay. I have no idea how this controller works. This is so weird. This controller is so weird. Okay. So, is there like a test, beginner guide? Okay. Plug in the power supply, load the candle and connect to CNC. Okay, so I gotta connect this to a computer. So I gotta install some Chinese spyware on my computer right now. Where is the SD card? It's on a Game Boy. Try the Konami code. I don't know where's B and A. I would if I could. So I already have Gerbil on my machine here, like Gerbil Connect or whatever the heck it's called. So I'm assuming it's the same software, but we'll see what comes with this. Okay, if my computer dies, blame Xi Jinping. Okay, I think we're good there. Okay. So there's the manual. Which is not loading. Carving machine. Laser Gerbil control. Okay, that's laser. We're not doing laser. Copper cam? What the heck's copper cam? No. Software. Windows. Okay, install the driver. Oh, this is super sketchy. Install. Okay. And candle. Okay, this looks exactly like what I already have, what I've used before. Okay, spindle. Engage? Okay, we're not getting anything out of the spindle. Why aren't we getting anything out of the spindle? In the jog area, set the step 5. So let me make sure everything moves. Do I gotta home it first? Oh. It would help if I plugged it in. I'm not a smart man. Yeah, we just got, you know, it also comes with wireless USB. I'm like, why isn't it moving? I'm so used to working with, you know, stuff that works over Wi-Fi. Okay, let me plug this in. I'm not a smart man. Okay. Go all the way over. It doesn't reach. Okay, sorry camera, you're going bye-bye. It's making angry noises. It stopped making angry noises. Okay, so how do we get this to connect? Settings. File. No. Port opened. Oh, it's thinking. It crashed. Why do I have a calculator on the screen? Settings. 4. 3. Let me devices. Ports. COM 4. Okay, it's COM 4. Okay. Oh, it made a noise. Okay. Home. Oh no, that's home. Okay. User commands. Where is like move? 0xy. Where I want to move it. Where's move it? Way down here. Okay. So. Okay, we got movement. Let me plug the camera back in so you guys can see. There we go. Okay. So we got movement. Spindle. 5,000 or 1,000 rip-ohms. Can't get the spindle to spin. Spindle ain't spinning. Yeah, it's jogging, but the spindle ain't spinning. Why aren't you spinning? Yeah, it should be spinning. Where's the software? Yeah, so we said it says like set for 70 and then push the button. Yeah, we're not getting any spin out of the spindle, so what is going on? So we've got power on the power side. I will say these are very like weak fittings, but spindle red, spindle red. Unplug that. Let me double check, make sure it's wired up correctly. Is going to make his own aluminum forearm parts. I want to play with Delrin. That's what I want to play with. May have to click stop and reset. Okay, let me... I'm already halfway unscrewing this just to make sure it's all wired up correctly. So let me double check. Just to make sure we don't have a loose wire somewhere. This thing holds the charge for a while. The LEDs are still on. This is not plugged in. Okay, where the spindle plugs in at. Spindle is plugged in. Okay, spindle's plugged in, that's plugged in. Yeah, so we are plugged in. Yeah, we're good. It's got some beefy fets on here, I will say. Actually, this has an arm. Is it an arm powered thing? I think it's running arm. Or actually, I don't know. AST, I don't know. Atmel. It's an Atmel processor. Okay. Plugged in. How is the fan still running? Like, oh, the camera's dead. 1 second, let me. Please, bippity boppity. Activate the camera. Hey, you're back. It's unplugged, and the fan's still running, and the LEDs are still on. It's not plugged in. It hasn't been plugged in for like a couple minutes. This thing has some beefy capacitors. Those are some beefy capacitors. Oh, USB power. Yeah. Why would it be powering that? Why would the fan be powered by a USB? That's what threw me off. It was the fan. Because the fan's still running, and it's a 24-volt fan. So why would it feed the fan? No, it's a 24-volt fan, it says. And it's smart. They have the fan blowing air out instead of blowing air onto it. The screen's also on. I guess it's probably all the same power circuit or something. Okay, so let's power it back on. Adjust. I think that's reset. Ladder, thank you for becoming a member. Okay, connect candle. God, that noise. Okay, so still can't get the spindle to turn on. Let's see if there's anything in this manual. So we said we're connected. Let's see. Start the candle program, verify the status until no errors are shown. Normally we'll show idle. Okay, showing idle. Connect the power supply. Next, click on the spindle and turn the motor. Set feed to 500. Yeah, we're getting nothing on the spindle. Why are we getting nothing on the spindle? Check the wires on the motor. Well, on the motor, you got, it's red to red, white to white. I'm wondering if we got a dead spindle. How many amps is this? 5 amp. Might be able to power the other one. There is... Check the box. What box? Spindle speed. Check if I got any voltage on the cable. Yeah, I can do that. Check. Grab the multimeter. Check some voltages. I'm getting nothing. Okay, so let me check the switches on the back. So, let me see here. Plug that. Anyone getting lag? Okay, let me... Because there's nothing in the manual here about switches at all. So on here, A down, B up for black and white, carving mode for grayscale. It does feel more solid. Okay, so both switches up maybe? Because right now both switches were down. There's a bunch of gibberish. Rotary roller. Okay, so let's try this. One up, one down. So which one up, which one down? AB for black and white carving mode. So that's color laser. Because it's showing CNC Moss. What does CNC Moss mean? Whomst thou am I? Hey, I am me. Yeah, Comgrow sells Ender 3s. Okay, I got both switches up now. Maybe that's how it's supposed to be. Let's try powering it back up. Plug this in. Enhance your imagination, Comgrow. Power on. Now I do have another spindle. If I can't get this to work, I do have another spindle. Laser mode in software. Is there somewhere to set that in software? Like, I don't know what these user commands are. Like spindle. It's in the text of that page. Where is... What do you mean, text of that bottom right corner? Where am I? Where the hell is laser? There, I don't... Oh! It's on! There we go. We got spinning. The collet's not tight, so it's probably rattling like mad. Okay. So how do I home this bitch? G28? Home. I hit home, it does nothing. Okay. Operation. Offline controller. Interface options. How do I calibrate it? Like, here's the thing. I don't do CNC, so if you just go calibrate it without any further information, I don't know what that means. Let's see here. Unplug the controller. Okay. What does the controller have to do with anything? Here, controller is unplugged. Well, why unplug the controller? You have to be more informative. On the dock, both of the one. Okay. CDS, yeah, like, be informative. Spamming something without stating the reason why is just annoying. Because it doesn't help anyone. Okay, let's see here. Oh, there isn't a camera here? Oh, dang it. This is what happens when I record videos. I turn it off and then I forget to turn it back on. So, is there a Robo CNC user manual? Carving. I don't want to get it. So, let's see here how we get this set up. Because it's CNC, right? So, for CNC, if I'm not mistaken, we would load up Candle or Gerbil Control or whatever it's called. I would move it to wherever I want my Z0 to be. Home it all. And then I would go machine something, right? So let's see what we got for demo files. Open. CNC test files. So this is like just a circular test file, it looks like. So that's all we got for a test file, is just that. Okay, I guess that's what we're doing. Because I have no clue how to generate G-code for CNC. Did it come with any materials? No, but I've got some. I'm sure I can find some. Okay, so we're gonna put the little V-carve bit here. These things are sharp AF. Get my wrenches out. Attach the Z probe. Well, I don't really need the Z probe for this because I can just use the thing, but we'll try the Z probe. So let me get some materials in here. Let me move my Z up. How's that? Up. Can I just send like a G28 and it will home everything? This is gonna take a while. That didn't home it. Okay, so G28 doesn't home it. It just kind of does that. Okay. So let's put this cutter in. Cutter's in. Ooh, that's gonna make a lot of noise. Okay, is that up? Top row, last 2 buttons. Okay, so top row, last 2 buttons. That just zeroes out the XY where we're at. Doesn't actually home the machine. That resets it, that unlocks it. Safe position. Restore origin point. Home. Yeah, because see, it just keeps saying my work coordinate. It's not moving. What's this? Stop. Okay, I really don't like having to scroll this. Okay, number sign 22 equals 0 will do. Okay, so let's go down to the console. Paste. Send. That ain't doing shit. That ain't doing shit. There is no home, you have to run it. Then why does it have end stops? Why would you give me end stops on the machine if it does not home? Like, that is, why are you giving me end stops if I can't push a button to home it? I'm gonna put clipper on this thing. I'm just gonna put clipper on it, screw it. Operations, so there's my 0. Yeah, this is just, I don't know. Their docks aren't the greatest. Let me find something to carve. I know I have some material somewhere. Ah, that's going down. I got Delrin. I got aluminum. I know I have a block somewhere of. That's metal. That's too thick. That is too thick. I know I have some wood somewhere. I know I have a block of wood somewhere. Ugh. Oh, here. There we go. Plexiglass or acrylic or something. We're just engraving, right? We're just doing or actually, no, this might be too small. I used to have a whole bunch of little pieces of wood, and I don't know where they went. Because I kept them specifically for the CNC machines. And I don't know where they went. Do I gotta go in the garage and like cut a 2x4 in half? Ah, here we go. Here we go. Found a piece. Found a piece. It's a spoil board, but it'll work. There we go. Software has always been my downfall. I am definitely a hardware guy. That is for sure. So we need to clamp this down. So we've got these guys. Which I'm missing a bunch of hardware for. Look at light burn. I will. So the problem is it doesn't come with... It gives you these, but it doesn't give you the actual... Because you need two parts for these to work. Okay, so I need, what is it? Number sign 22 equals 1. Wow, Gerbil is just funky. Okay, so we'll do number sign that equals 1, and then number sign H to home. Okay, number sign H. Home, go! Hey, it homed. Did I say number sign? Dollar sign. Money, money, money. Okay, let's clamp this piece down and we'll give her a shot. We'll see how well we can machine some completely, absolutely boring materials here. Yeah, that'll work. I don't like these clamps. They just spin. How are you supposed to clamp stuff in if the clamps don't lock into place? They just spin. There we go. Is the Voron subtractive alpha project still growing? I'm not too sure. Glue onto masking tape. Oh yeah, I could always do the blue. The problem is I'm running really low on blue tape. I need more. I need to go buy some. So we're just going to clamp down this wasteboard here, color on some black marker, and let it do its thing. Okay, so we got that there. Let me move it, move it, move it. CNC is loud. Okay, over. Okay, so if I home my XY, so I want that to be XY home. Okay, boom. Okay, so it's gonna start from the middle. So actually I want that over more. Okay, so XY home. Okay, now I gotta do the Z home. Oh no, I forgot to PID tune it. I don't know, how do I PID tune it? It's not in the instructions, which the documentation for this is a little lacking, we'll say. Get a V-carve end mill. Well, let's just make sure we can get it working first. So how do I do the Z home? Okay, so here we go. Tool setting gauge block. Okay, so I have to measure this. Okay. So on my super awesome Princess Auto vernier calipers here, this is an approximate height of 19.1 millimeters. Okay, so measure the thickness, modify the tool settings for Candle software, and click OK. Okay, that's the thing. It's like, it just says modify the tool settings parameter in the Candle software settings and hit OK. So, file. Probe commands. Like, that's the thing. There is no here. There's nothing here. So am I supposed to write all this in? Because it's got like a whole bunch of G code there. Should I be writing that in for probe command? How do I, okay, Jordan, how do I PID tune a spindle? This is new to me. This is all new to me. So I know it's 19.1, so here. So I'm just going off what the instructions say, and these instructions are not great. Because it just says, oh, change this code, but what am I changing it to? What am I looking at here? Video. Candle. Material test, beginner guide, configuration. That's PDF, machine operation. How to use the Z probe. There we go. Okay. Okay, so we've measured that. So we got 19.1. Okay. This plugs into there, so it's adjust. So let me plug that in. Spindle E-step set up correctly. I don't know. It's whatever it is. The instructions don't say to do it. I ain't doing it. Okay, so I got my probe plugged in. Okay. Modify the probe commands in Gerbil Candle. Okay. Wow, that desktop. See, that's the thing. It has that code there, but I don't have that code there. So I got to write all that, right? Like mine has nothing. Like there's just nothing there. So I got to write all that. So, okay, G21, G91, G38, what? Did I calculate the turbo encabulator? Yes, yes, the turbo encabulator is configured, don't worry. We took care of that. Yeah, Rockwell Automations is on that, so I don't have to worry about the turbo encabulator because that Rockwell has that quite set up well. Okay, so G21, G91, G38 dot 2Z-50 F80 colon. Sure. That G92Z 19.1 colon. This is, yeah, I added an H. Where did I add an H? Oh, I forgot how to type. Colon G0Z10. Okay, so G21, G91, G38.2Z. Make that capital. I don't think it matters. 2Z dash 50. A dash? Yeah, dash. So 2 dashes or 1 dash? It needs to be on the bed. Well, I just want to get it working first. That's that. That's that. Okay. 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 So I wrote that. Okay. Click the Z Pro command on the candle start Z Pro. Do not push the LED. Separate these. Now, where's the Z probe? Where's the Z probe button? Oh, it's that. Okay, so it's this. Okay, make sure you're wearing safety glasses, kids. Ooh. Okay, I think we're good. Okay. So I think we're good there. So I can unclick that, move that out of the way. So, if I'm not mistaken now, I should be 29.1 millimeters above the work surface, which that looks about right. So now, I'm assuming it's a 40 by 40. So this would be 40 by 40. So I should have enough room to do, yeah. So hit send. Send it. How do I send it? File. Where's print? Print. Send. Ah! Why'd it pause? Pause? Why'd it pause? Why'd it stop? Let's reset to. I didn't do anything. Pause. Untick the overrides. Where are the... Oh. Okay, untick the overrides. Now what? Resume. I can't hit send. It's grayed out. Message. Reset to continue. These clips are very rattly. That's what's rattly. Zero's on. This is just a spoil board. We're just cutting it to the spoil. Oh, I'm at max Z. That's what it is. I'm at max Z. I'm at max Z. Okay, abort. I am at max Z. So, reset. Alarm. Yep, alarm. Okay. Move up. Yeah, I'm at max Z. That was our problem. That'll do it. And actually, I'm going to turn this off because I want to adjust some things. Okay, so first I got to push this down. Where to put the Allen key for this? Ah. A little too far down. Luckily, it's only into wood. Okay, so right there. So let me see here. All right, see, that's the thing. I can't move it without it being on. And then two, I want to pinch these because these are way too rattly. There we go. There we go. Okay. Okay, now those don't rattle anymore. Okay. Plug the printer back in. Yeah, I gotta redo Z. Yep. Put that on. Isn't CSC fun? And this is why most people don't have at-home CNCs. Okay, alarm out. Cancel, reset, cancel, alarm. Okay. So we're okay with the XYZ. Let me move that up. Get that. Connect the alligator clip to the end mill. Put that underneath. And then home Z. Gotta go to work. Take care. The Micron box? Nope, Micron box isn't here yet. We're doing the rat rig first anyways. So Saturday night, we're gonna finish, we're gonna keep working on this V0. And then once that's done, we're gonna move on to the Micron, or correction, the Minion, the V-Minion. Okay, so let's do this again. Loud noises. Okay, I put on the best noise filter I have. And then the software does show it moving, so that's cool. So, okay. Yeah, it's definitely the motor. Definitely the motor making that noise. I have the best noise filter on too. It doesn't help the whole thing's aluminum. And yeah, it's all coming from that spindle. So, the question is, do I try putting the other spindle in and seeing if that helps? Because I got another spindle here. Yeah, CNC is CNC. God, that's loud. Weren't you going to test it? I'm testing it as it is, and it's loud. Let me see if the dog's out there. He's probably running away. Oh yeah, he ain't here. Doggo is not here. Hopefully the noise filter's working. Man, it's vibrating like the Dickens. Let's see here. I'm going to try a different motor. Okay. It made a thing. It works, but it's loud. I can't hear anything. Let me turn up my music on my end. Oh yeah, I guarantee you this thing's wobbling like crazy. Oh yeah. Like here, let me turn the spindle on to like 100. Oh, she wobbling. So, I'm gonna swap spindles because I have another spindle. I really want to try not dying from the noise. So let's swap spindles out. Now this is a bigger spindle, so I don't know if it'll if we'll run into issues. Oh yeah, Modbot's here. Everyone say hi, Modbot. Supposed to be able to cut well, here's the thing with these CNCs, okay? It's supposed to be able to cut copper and aluminum. It'll engrave it. On the 3018, I could engrave aluminum. You're not cutting it. You're grinding it away into dust. Oh man, this feels so chintzy compared to the other one. Okay, so this is a Genmitsu CNC motor, which is apparently a better one. We'll find out in a moment here. Which I bought for my 3018 that I never actually put in. So negative. Oh, let me tighten that up. So the only thing I remember about this motor is, depending on your power supply, it might not be able to start it up. You might get like, might immediately conk out type thing. So we'll find out in a minute here. Set and go up. Okay, let's put that cutter back in. Happy Friday. It's always a happy Friday. These are sharp AF, I will say. Be very careful with these V-bits. They will stab the, like, they'll just stab you. They'll just straight up stab you. Okay, so let's see how this goes. Speed 100, go. Nope, I can't handle it. Can't ramp up to it. Yep. This power supply can't handle that spindle. Too much juice. So I do have like a normal 24-volt power supply. So I could just plug it in, or I could just, you know, take the spindle out of my other one. Get over here. A different spindle. Yeah, because this spindle is twice the power, but it draws much more current. So you have to either upgrade the power supply, or you have to like do some funky thing with ramping up because it draws the power too quickly. So I'm going to put this one in. This one is from my 3018, which I know works and isn't as loud as I mash it off the frame. This one should be better. Hopefully. Now, these are the same model motor now. So yeah, these wires feel warm. That was that spindle needs more betterer wires. Okay. Shouldn't be touching the spindle doing that, but set the machine. That sounds much better. That sounds much better. That sounds a lot better. Yeah, that sounds a lot better. Okay, so let's try cutting again. Now, granted, I don't have a V-bit in there. I don't know if it was the V-bit that was doing that. But right now I have a, I believe it's a single flute 2mm cutter. So it's a single flute 2mm cutter right now. So let's try that file again. Yeah, that sounds much better. Okay, so right now I'm running a light noise filter. Now it's off. So now we don't have any noise filter. Carve my logo. I would need a, I don't think I can carve my logo. Because I would need to, I need, what is it, an SVG? Yeah, I would need like a DXF or an SVG of my logo. Let me put the filter back on. Filters, noise suppression on. Okay, let me find, do I even have my logo on this computer? Let me take a looky-loo here. I'll just grab it off Twitter. Okay, let's see here. So, web-based controller design software, easel. Start your free trial. Actually, I think this came with something, if I'm not mistaken. Let me. No, it just came with candle. I think it comes with something for the laser, though. So is there a website that you can use to convert a picture to an SVG? Oh, you can't. Okay, one second here. Pictures. Download SVG. Okay. So, Carbide create, file open, close. Okay, so toolpaths, vcarve, sure, start depth 0, final depth. Yeah, we'll do 2mm deep. Okay, sure, okay. Let's say it's aluminum, show simulation. Side simulation. Okay. Fine. I have no idea what I'm doing here, by the way. I have absolutely... Oh, I gotta select it all. Right? Yeah, I gotta select it all. Okay. How do I move this? Delete. There we go. V-carve. Edit. So these are like 2mm V-bits, right? Uh, 1/8, sure. It's 1/8 step over, sure. We'll just run with stock. If it works, it works. If it don't, it don't. Change to wood. Well, I'm gonna actually. I have. I'm gonna do acrylic. I have like a little piece of acrylic here, I think. I want to do it in acrylic. I've got a whole bunch of little scrap pieces of it. If I can find it. One second. Let me go digging. Move out of the way, CNC. Oh, where'd I put all the little pieces? I had so many scrap little pieces. Do them? There we go. So I've got plexiglass or whatever. So I'm going to stick this down with some double-sided tape. So how big is this? So design, setup. So 6mm. So, okay, let me set up a new one. Okay, so how do I shrink this down? Okay, there we go. Okay, so 100 by 100. Oh, that'll work. That'll work. 100 by 100. So that's 100 by 100. Done. Okay. Toolpaths, V-carve. Edit. Select tool. Okay, okay, okay. We're gonna go to 2.5 mil deep. Okay, sure. Okay. Show simulation. It ain't doing shit. What am I doing? What am I doing wrong here? Start depth. Oh, what is it? Control Z. Okay, design. Okay, so I want to machine this. Okay. So offset. Near vertical, Boolean, no. I just want to carve this picture out. Nope. Nope. Delete. Delete, okay. V-carve. Okay, so start depth 0. Max depth 2.5. Edit. So we're gonna do step over, depth per path, do 0.5 mil per depth. Okay, plunge rate. Okay, okay, RPM. Okay, okay, okay. Calculating toolpaths. Save G code. Stop. Save. Open it in Candle. So it's nothing. So why aren't you generating? Let's see here. Where are we doing? I've used like this once in the past, by the way. So I have. Why aren't you generating a toolpath? Oh, 169 minutes. Okay, so we are doing something now. So obviously I'll let this run. Open window of acrylic. Okay, there we go. There we go. Okay, so move this up. Move that to the back. Okay, now I gotta find. That'll probably hit out in home. Okay, so now I need to stick this down. So I used to have some really good, like not super strong double-sided tape for this, but I don't know where it's at. So I'm gonna use VHP. Because VHP will hold it down real good. Suggest I run that program? No. I won't. I don't have any super glue. I'm all out. I left the bottle open and it all went to gunk on me. And I'm sure VHP will hold it while I go at it with a little itty bitty engraver bit. Protective film on this side too. Yeah, both sides got protective film. Okay. If it snaps, it snaps. If he dies, it dies. If he dies, he dies. Gotta have fun. Okay, let me put a V-bit in here. Can't hear the motor that much now. This is true. This is true. Ow. So yeah, so it did come with a bum motor, which kind of sucks, but it is what it is. Like, it's functional. The motor that came with it is functional. It's just super loud, and let's be honest, I don't want to deal with that shit. Okay. Why aren't you moving? Oh, reset. Okay. I know set C height. I got my probe right here. Okay, so let's do up. Okay, so Remember, if it dies, it dies. So, is that height? Okay. So now I need to move you over. I need about 100 by 100 for this. Okay. Okay, so now home XY. So this is what we're carving. I have no idea if this is going to work. If it goes kaput, it goes kaput. Wearing glasses. I did just calibrate my Z. We're good. Okay, sending. Nope, get my scale off. Send it. Hold. Okay, it's like scraping. Why are you pecking? Okay. Abort. Why are you pecking? Let's fix that G code. Show simulation. Why are you pecking? It's like pecking. Why is it pecking? Oh, that's like, okay, that's weird. That just starts like that. Okay, well. It's something to do with the artifact of it being an image. It's like pecking some stupid little layer. I should be able to just restart it, right? Because my work coordinates should be unmoved. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, it's doing some weird peck at first. Yeah. It's doing some weird thing because it's an SVG. It's an image that we converted to an SVG. So it's like pecking out some weird detail first, and then it's going to the actual cut. Okay. Why am I CNC pecking? Now, I use some website to convert an image to an SVG. What time is it anyways? 4? What time do we start at? 2, right? Fun times. Yeah, so it looks like it's carving each individual detail instead of doing like a layer per pass. It's like it's doing out each individual like area, I guess, to depth, one at a time. So I don't know. I am not a CNC guy. So I'm gonna have to like learn all this shit. Estimation like an hour and a half, I think. What is Carbide Create says like 169 minutes, so actually like 2 hours. Here it's saying an hour and 34 minutes. So I don't know. We'll let it run for a bit. Hopefully it's not too annoying on stream for you guys. Yeah, tomorrow we are carrying on with the Lecter V0. So we're carrying on with this guy tomorrow. See how far we get. I'm hoping to wrap it up next week. So this will be tomorrow, and then Tuesday, and then depending on where we finish off on Tuesday, I don't know. I'm hoping to hurry up. I want that done because I want to start building the rat rig. You're still going? Why wouldn't I be going? My streams are normally around 3 to 4 hours. It's my job now, remember? I gotta tell the wife I'm working. So I probably could have gone with a more aggressive depth of cut. I think we're only doing... what's our depth of cut here? Yeah, 0.1 mil as our depth of cut. I should have done like 5. But it is what it is. Well, actually, what I can do... Yeah. So if I just regenerate this with a more aggressive depth of pass... Like, we'll go like 0.3 millimeters. Or actually, we'll go 0.4. 0.4 millimeters. Okay. Okay. 60 minutes, so save G-code. Save. Yes. Okay. Because the machine remembers where it's at, right? So if I abort, okay, the machine knows where it's at. So I can move up. See, the machine knows where it's at. File open. Send. Go. So it'll cut the little bit that we've already cut again. Only now we're doing a more aggressive profile that is like 30 minutes instead of an hour and a half. So now instead of an hour and a half, it's 30 minutes. Oh yeah, I'm not a CNC machinist, but I spent years running a Bridgeport in a manual lathe. I do know tooling. I do know speeds and feeds and whatnot. So I'm not, completely wet behind the ears when it comes to this. It's just the actual software programming of CNC. I have no clue because I've never done CNC. Well, here's the thing. If I break the tip, I can just pause it, move it up, replace it, rehome my Z0, and then just hit resume. Because it's a CNC. It's not like a 3D printer. Subtractive manufacturing, you can get away with a lot more than additive. Usually. Usually. Seems to be okay. Less stuff is, well, that's why you got a welder, right? When in doubt, weld more on. So I have an extra screw, an extra washer, and I don't know what it's for. As long as the tool or tap isn't stuck. Well, yeah, good point. So I do have like a whole bunch of extra cutters and whatnot that I've bought over the little while here. Like I've got a bunch of 2 and 3 millimeter single flute carbides, which are really good for these types of machines, single flute. Because it all comes down to chip load. Because you need to have, it's all about chip load. I took a Uber Geek. I've taken a leave from work for reasons, so right now this is my job. Figure I'd give it a try while I'm off. See how good the full-time YouTube thing. I know people want videos. I did a poll a while ago, and a lot of people want me to do more videos, and I'm working on doing more videos, but it's a lot. I like streaming. That's my thing. What else do we get? Did we put everything in this machine? Oh, don't forget. Brushy, brushy, brushy. What do I think about the BTT Octopus? It's a good board. Gaming channel near Port. I've never played Fortnite. I've never even installed it. The last video game I played was Cyberpunk for like the week it came out, and I haven't touched it since, and that's the last game. Other than like Beat Saber every now and then. Unbox the rat rig. There ain't much to it. I just got the mechanical kit, so I have a box of screws, some extrusions, and a bed. Like, that's it. I only got the mechanical kit. Play Apex. I'm not a... Oh. There we go. Edit stream content and videos. I want to try that one day. We'll see. Maybe I'll use this one as kind of like a demo to try it. I don't know. The thing is, it's like editing a 15-minute video, a 10-15-minute video can be a couple hours. Like, you'd be surprised how much. But editing a stream down, especially with music playing and background noise and whatnot, and making a clean final product. I don't like how that rubs. So right now, the thing I'm not liking is that wire is rubbing right on the edge of that PCB. Started an OnlyFans. Hey, I got the apron. You don't know what I got underneath this apron. Please build a VZ325 smaller VZ. Well, let me look up what that is. The thing with VZ bots is a lot of them are pretty custom, right? They're not like as like people go all crazy with the carbon fiber and like easy bot. Okay, I got a website. Where's is there even a link to the VZ325 or 235? I don't know. Thing is, I have enough large Core XYs. I'm trying to do stuff that's not Core XYs. Ken, I don't have a CPU or an my card isn't compatible with it. It doesn't have RTX. Can I do a video on Duet 3? I don't have a Duet 3, so I wouldn't be able to do that, Matt. The last Duet I got was a Duet 2, which, where you at? I got a Duet 2. Do I prefer textured or smooth? I'm trying out textured. Normally I like smooth, but I'm trying out textured. I'm finding it either works really good or it doesn't, I think. No, Sebastian. So, you know what? Screw it. Let me open it. So, their mechanical kit does not come with the heater. I asked them to send the heater. Let me actually open it up. Okay, so what do we got? See, this is what I like about this setup now with the wide-angle camera. I have two areas. I can work over here while that's doing that. So, bunch of little rat rake stickers and whatnot. Build manuals, and a QR code. So, I have their heater, which I believe it has a built-in fuse. No, it doesn't have a built-in fuse, but it's got holes in certain spots to go with their bed. So these two things, the bed, the flexi plate, and the heater, do not come with the mechanical kit. They are part of the electronics kit, which kind of sucks. So I asked them to send me this because it doesn't come with the electronics kit. Okay, yeah, I don't know. But the mechanical kit comes with the bed itself. So I got my rails here. So let's open the rails. My left headphone ain't working, and the noise canceling ain't working, so I can hear this quite loud in here. Okay, so these are the rails. And lead screw. So we got the lead screw. So they use a separate lead screw. They don't have like the integrated one. Holy crud, these are chonky. So this is MG. I'm not gonna. They're filled with grease. So these are just, these rails look no brand. These are like CNA type rails. So these are, that's an MGM 12C, and these are MGN 15Hs. And just by the way they look and the type of engraving on them, they look kind of like the CNA rails. Yeah. So chonky boy rails. Are you late? Kinda. You missed a lot of Birder and me going, how the heck does this work? So we got that. More wrapping paper. Let's see here. And this should be the screws. Yeah. So I've got like a big old bag of screws and washers and bearings and all the gubbins. And then the bed and the plates. Originally, I was actually going to self-source everything for the build. Here, let me go with the more aggressive noise canceller for you guys. There we go. So originally, I was going to go with the more aggressive. Or what was I saying? Oh, originally I was going to self-source this whole build, but you need custom plates for this. Like, there are brackets and everything that they're custom. You can't, they're not a commercial off-the-shelf item. So, yes, I'm wearing AirPod Pros. And unfortunately, my left one didn't charge. So the noise canceling ain't doing much. The noise ain't that bad. I'm running noise canceling for you guys. It's actually much louder than it is. I will say they wrapped up everything nice. Oh. So we got the bed here with its countersunk holes. The machining looks good. It's nice and chamfered. So the bed looks good. And then you got these plates. And these are like custom. Like these are... You got to get these machined if you want to build a rat rig. B-Minion, essentially. They didn't go with like... They didn't go the route with blind joints or anything like that, so... But this should come with the mechanical kit. Because, like... It's custom. I don't know. Maybe the heater, but like the flex plate at least should be with the mechanical kit, in my opinion. But I'm not Rat Rig. I don't control their stock and how they ship stuff. And then we got extrusions, which I'm not going to unwrap. They're aluminum extrusions. The ones that need to be tapped are tapped. They're aluminum extrusions. So yeah, so that's all I got. I got all the printed parts in a box here that I printed myself. And then electronics, we're just going to use stuff I find around the room. So I've got a crap ton of motors in a drawer. We'll find 4 motors we need. I'm going to use an Orbiter 2. I'm going to use a Dragon High Flow, because those are extruders and hot ends I have. We got a Pico with a Raspberry Pi 02, a UHB 350, 24-volt power supply, fans and whatnot, wires that I already have. So we're basically, I'm self-sourcing all the electronics because I have a ton of it already. There's all your parts in Minion yellow and blue. That will be the next build. Scavenger hunt. That was pretty much the bonsai. The bonsai was just using up spare parts. That's why I wanted to do the V-Minion. One of the things. One, I wanted to build a non-boron. And two, I want to use up a whole bunch of stuff because, like, I've got a drawer full of motors. Like, just a drawer full of motors I need to... They're just sitting there. Yeah, the extrusion ends aren't anodized, so that means they cut them and then they... Yeah. Tip on acrylic. Do mirror image, add acrylic gel paint to cutouts and put black... Ooh! That's a good idea. This is just a test. Like, we're just kind of playing with it right now just to see how it comes out. Yeah, I'll print a Minion on the Minion. Can't wait to see the Minion and the bonsai sitting next to each other. They don't have room. Because I gotta fit another V2 in here somewhere and a Micron. The Micron's going up here because I want to show it off. So, I don't know. PC, polycarbonate will work. The problem with polycarbonate is you got to be careful with greases and oil exposure. Can cause it to degrade. So. Wrong button. Wrong button. Aaron, thank you. If you guys message me during streams on like Discord, I don't see it. Which apparently we had a bot wave, and yeah. That's fun. The minion named Stuart? No, it's a minion. Bearded Nero. So I haven't actually shaved since I left my government job like 6 years ago, but I normally keep it shorter. But I've decided to kind of grow it out a little bit. Okay, we'll see. Need to go to the route Pooch went and mount all the walls. So the plan is right now, I can't go higher, okay? Because literally, here is the top of this V2. Okay, so you got my hand right here. Here's the ceiling. Like, I can't put another one of these on top of it. There is no room. Because the ceiling in this room is a drop ceiling. Like, it's been dropped. You can see how much the ceiling's been dropped. So I like legit don't have room. So I have a shelf, but it's full of shit. I got another shelf that's full of filament, which I'm gonna have to figure out. I bought a desk that's like, oh, I'll put a desk in the middle of the room, a workbench, and I'll have more room to work. No, it's now storage for stuff. Like, yeah. My closet, I made a walk-in closet with a bunch of shelves. So I can't put anything above the resin printers because the problem with the resin printers, I need to take the tops off of them to get at them. And the Whale 2 is big. So there's no getting around that. So the current plan, does Tom have a beard or does he just have scruff? Dig out the floor. Everyone's saying dig out the floor. I can't. It's concrete. So the current plan is this right here is just one of those cheap little Costco shelves. I'm gonna build a bench that's lower, so that I could put the V2 R2 that I'm building, the V2.4 R2 under here, along with probably the other V0 that I got, which is already under there. The Ender is going into the storage room. And then over on this side, I could fit another printer in there if I get rid of the bonsai and put the bonsai somewhere else. The problem is this right here. The switch wire and the rep box take up all this room. But I can't really do much with this room because I can't get in there. So I can't like put a printer in the corner. So, I don't know. Start giving printers away. I'm not giving away. See, the problem is I built them all. I've grown attached to them because I built them. They're my babies. Except for the Ender. Which I think I have an S1 on the way, so. Just revision 2. It's just an update. Start hanging them from the wall. Well, I could, like, you know, we have printed upside down with the V0 before. So I can just take this guy and just go, boom, on the wall. But the problem is, like, right now, my head's touching it. If it's on the ceiling. Like, I have no room. So if I mount printers to the ceiling, I'm going to bump into them. What happened to the FL Sun? It's right there. It's a shell. The FL Sun gave up its spot to the Trident. Like, this is the thing. Like, you look at like Joel. Joel has like, I don't know. He probably doesn't have that many. But at one point, I was talking to him. He had like 40 printers. But the dude has like a whole studio. Like he's got like a house now. Like he went the LTT route and basically rented out a house. So he's got plenty of room, but he also has employees. I've got a 10 by 11 room. He doesn't have more than 200. He's given away a lot of them. And the thing is, I've looked into giving away locally, There is a maker space in my town, I did find out, but I'm pretty sure they're inactive. Shelf for the resin printers. The problem with the resin printers, you need vertical space because gotta move like 3 printers out of the way or on the floor. So with the resin printers, knocking everything over, you need to take off the tops. So I need that much room. So that leaves me a foot. So I could put a shelf up here, but the shelf would be right here and the ceiling's right here. So I can't, like, I could put, you know, some filament above it or something. Lucky living in a room with, yeah, luckily this is in my basement. So like when all the printers, like the other day I had the Switchfire, V226, the Trident, and the V1.8 all running, and you can't hear them upstairs, so. So yeah. Where are we at? I like Joel's content. Like, not every, if every creator, it's like, everyone does what they're good at. Like, I don't, a lot of people ask me to do, like, very basic beginner stuff, like, how do I level my bed type content. Go watch some videos by Chep. He's already done a great job on it. Or, like, you know, Joel is very good at just showing off-the-shelf printers. Like, that's what he does. And other stuff that's good for, like, people just getting into the hobby. But he doesn't build printers, right? So that's kind of like my niche that I like, is I do the building of the printers and whatnot. Open source designs. And I do a lot of Vorons. That is true, but I started with Vorons. Like, this whole channel started as me just doing tutorial videos on how to build Vorons, and now I'm branching into other stuff. So, and Ivan just builds everything stupidly huge and builds CNCs that have no reason being as good as they are, considering they're plastic and aluminum extrusions. Ivan's, I don't have room for, I don't know where this guy's going, let alone Ivan's. Build a printer shed. Problem is I live in Canada and I can't, yeah, everything would need to be heated and insulated, which I don't know what I'm gonna do for dinner tonight. I gotta figure out what I'm doing for dinner tonight. How does it compare? It is more rigid. I do give it credit for that, because the 3018, which I have right here. Okay, so the 3018, the gantry is obviously wider. Okay, this is a 3018 too. It's got the same volume, but this one is 300 long by 180 wide. This one is 300 wide by 180 long. So the bed moves, the gantry's fixed, but the gantry is just bake-like, and it's longer. So you're going to get more twist in the gantry in the middle than here. This will have a stiffer gantry, but the gantry moves. So there's a bit of a trade-off. You could make this gantry more rigid with like metal plates on the side, but you're still going to be limited by the fact that it's going to twist more, because in the middle, it's a longer span and they're the same rods. Or actually, these are 8 mil, or these are 10 mil. I think those are 12 mil. So the rods on that one are thicker. They're all 12 mil, I believe. But this, you can get a 3018 for 150, 200, whereas this guy is, I think, around 300. Yeah, 286. I have links in the description. Tighten my V-bit. It should be tight. Let me... Pause. Go off. Tighten my V-bit. That is tight. That's tight. I think that the tip just broke off, like the very, very tip of it just broke off. Or where I like the plexi might not be perfectly, like honestly, the plexiglass is nowhere near flat. I've got a random piece of MDF bolted to it, to an unflat bed with a piece of acrylic VHB to it. Oh, Project Arrow? Yeah, that is on the back burner. Basically, I think I bit off more than I could chew with that. Yeah, I'm pretty sure the tip broke off, like the tippy tip. Yeah. Or it's not flat. So this does have a laser. This does have a laser, but I don't know if I'm going to review the laser because it's not fully safe, because it's not fully enclosed. I might just kind of do it once just to see how it works. But yeah. Yeah, the bed ain't trammed. For those like, oh, it's cutting air. I'm pretty sure the very, very tip of the V-bit broke off. So it might be like 0.1 millimeters shorter, or 0.2. But also, I just zeroed it in the middle. Who knows how flat it is? Yeah, you would have to, what watt? It's a 5-watt laser. It's just a diode laser. This is 24 volt. So I do have, I did buy some stuff for Avro. So if I do like this, I don't know how well this will actually run on it, because I'd have to like beef it up with a beefier power supply and everything. But I do have a 500 watt spindle. I do have a 500 watt spindle. I don't know how good that plastic gantry would take putting a 500 watt spindle on it, because it weighs quite a bit more. But it is a 48 volt 500 watt spindle. Have you ever connected two 3D print boards that have 16 steppers? No, because they don't need 16 steppers on anything. Purchase a new one from ABS. I would want to machine one personally. Which I believe this uses like the bog standard 3018 style gantry. So like I could technically, AliExpress probably has an adapter or something for it. I wouldn't doubt it if AliExpress had something for it to make it compatible with a 500 watt or the bigger spindles. Okay, in that case, it's the same as any other, like, look at the configuration for the Voron V2 using dual SKRs. It's pretty much the same thing, only instead of, 5 steppers each, it's 8 steppers each. So. What is my day job? This right now. I'm giving full-time YouTube a shot, seeing how it goes. But, I'm technically on leave from work right now, but, injection mold maker. So I build plastic injection molds in a tool shop. So I'm a mold maker by trade. So I do run manual machines occasionally, Bridgeports, lathe, whatnot. So. Where did I get my Windows background? I have no idea. I've had this one for like months, or like a long time. So how's it coming along? Yeah, it's coming along. We got, I don't know, almost done. We'll end the stream after that, I believe. Seems like a good point. Here's Artifact. Get a 2.2 kilowatt. If you find a way. The problem is I live in Canada, so shipping sucks both here and back. I'm sure somebody has already done a video on doing input shaper on RepRap. Because the thing is, I would have to install it on one of my machines, do all the testing, learn RepRap. I haven't used RepRap in a long time, so relearn RepRap, and like, I don't know. I've got plenty of content for a while that I'm kind of busy with, so Have I seen Indie Mill? No, I have not. Indie Mill. That's cool. So these are routers. So it looks kind of like a print CNC, only with aluminum extrusions and plates. Looks cool though. I have no room for it. That's one of the reasons I like the little desktop CNCs. Look for one of these on Amazon. You can find these on Amazon too. Yeah, so I'll probably play with this for a bit, and then I'll try upgrading the spindle. I'll try putting the a bigger power supply on it to see if it can run that. Rated power 120 watt. So yeah, I'm pretty sure this spindle, if I had a bigger power supply, the spindle would be fine. It doesn't say how much watts it is. I would like to run a bigger spindle on this. Now, these are also brushed motors, not brushless. So these motors actually will eventually wear out. These aren't spindles. These are DC motors with a spindle attached to it. So what I'm thinking though is if I do like this machine, I could put a Duet on it and do try Duet CNC. I know RepRap firmware can do CNC, and then I also get, 2660s and all that jazz. Build a homemade die sinker. Oh, yeah, homemade EDM. That'll be fun. Just design my own CNC. I partially did last year. I just didn't get around to going beyond the design phase because there's like a lot of little things I wasn't happy with it. And I just kind of paused it. There are YouTube channels with them. There's YouTube channels with everything. Remember that. YouTube. How's the power supply? Power supply is fine. Ooh! That Zen motor is screaming hot. Yeah, that Zen motor is screaming hot. Holy hell. Okay, the Zen motor is 50C, 113, 140 Fahrenheit. So it's like it's 60 degrees Celsius on the top. Motor's fine. When did the stream start? 2 p.m. Eastern. Coming up on the end of it. I think we just have a little bit down here. Wait, where is it? Where is it? Oh, there we go. Brushy, brushy. Brushy, brushy. Show following CNC on YouTube. Tiny 3D printed CNC router cuts metal from scratch. Is that Ivan? Is that an Ivan video? Yeah, that's Ivan. Yeah, I follow Ivan on Patreon. I got him on Patreon for it, so I seen that one a while ago. Here's the thing. With the right speeds and feeds and cutter, you can pretty much cut anything. So if you, with the right speeds and feeds, you can pretty much cut anything with almost any machine, with the carbide cutter. It really comes down to, though, can you do it accurately and repeatedly? That's the thing. That's the thing with a lot of these, like, really cheap machines, these cheap CNCs. Yes, they can cut aluminum, but can they cut the exact same part the exact same way repeatedly without screwing anything up? That's the problem. It's apparently not the RPM speed. Slower is better. It comes down to what's really important with CNCs is your chip load. Okay, how much you're cutting per tooth per revolution. There's a whole mathematical formula. So what you see is on a lot of the smaller CNC machines, you want to run an extremely fast spindle. Okay, because you want that chip load, because you don't have the torque. You're making up for that with an extremely fast spindle. Like a Bridgeport, you only go on like a Bridgeport's like caps out at like 3,000 RPM usually. But it's rigid as hell and it's got a ton of torque. So you either go with an extremely rigid machine that can go slower, or if you can't, like a lot of these routers, that's why they use routers. They use 18,000, 26,000 RPM routers. Because you can get the right chip load. The chip load works. So you use like a 1-flute cutter at an extremely high RPM, and you can get a pretty good chip load to cut hardened materials. So that was 37 minutes. How do I home it again? It's like money sign H. Good. Get out of there. Go. Yeah, we'll try shining some light through it. So I probably should have peeled this film off before, because now I'm going to have to peel it off from the logo. It's probably all melted into the logo, but whatever. Well, it's not perfect. Edge lay it. Well, if I was going to edge lay this, I'd actually cut it properly and deeper and like a properly made piece instead of some random piece of scrap that I found. So this was just a test. I'll do it proper and put it up on the wall or something later. That's kind of cool. I would also probably use a ball bit, like a ball end mill, which I think I have some, instead of a V-bit, because the V-bit just kind of chunks it. Let me turn this off. Paper towel, where are my paper towels? Where did I put all my paper towels at? wipe off all the, I don't know where I put the paper towels. They were here. Somebody tell me where I put it. Somebody go back and stream and tell me where I put the paper towels at. Are they under? No. I just want to wipe this down. Oh, there they are. I put them in the garbage for some reason. Do it again, leave the cover on, and sandblast part of it. Ooh, yeah, that would work good. I don't have a sandblaster at home. I'm not at work, so I can't use the one at work. It's all staticky, so it's covered in little bits of gunk. So, I don't know if it'll focus. Focus on it. Wait, there we go. There we go. So, again, this is an engraver. This is a router. This is not a mill. Do I have a flashlight down there? No. Flashlight. That looks kind of cool. There we go. That works. That actually looks pretty cool. So what I'm thinking, I could make a proper one, mill it a little bit deeper, and cut it out circular, and then I could wrap it with like these LEDs and make a little logo. So yeah. Considering like this was literally like, hey, let's just convert my logo that I ripped off Twitter at 400 by 400 and figure out VCar or Carbide Create for the first time after doing a spindle swap. I wonder why I was sitting flat. But yeah, that was cool. Hope you enjoyed that stream. That was a fun one. A little bit of what the heck is this, because we, you know, software-wise and controlling-wise, we didn't know what the heck was going on at first. But we got it working. We got it working. That's cool. Base LED with a light. Yeah. Well, I'm not going to use this. It's not centered. It's there's, you know, I have to clean it all up. It's kind of gunky looking. But for, you know, just messing around, that came out pretty good, I think. Some blue tape on the back. You know, I'm running low on blue tape and I shouldn't waste it. Then again, I can always just buy more. There we go. Now you can see it. Focus. Yeah, that works pretty cool. So yeah, so that was the Comgrow 3018 CNC. I will say mechanically it's a bit better than the 3018, the stock 13, but it does cost more. The machines, the, you know, initial impressions, the spindle wasn't great, but I will be honest, these 775 spindles are notorious for being not reliable. They're just, it is what it is with the 775 spindle. They're very cheap spindles. You're rolling the dice every time you turn one on, basically, if you're gonna have a good one or a bad one. So I'm gonna fault them for, you know, shipping a crappy spindle with it, but the spindle is crappy to begin with. Anyone who knows what a 775 spindle is or has a 3018 knows the spindle is lacking. So it is what it is with that. But the machine itself moves pretty good. wasn't stuttering or anything. I'm gonna grease everything up, put some like good lube on everything. But I'll play around with it in the coming days and weeks and do a video on it. Yeah. I have a 500 watt spindle. I could throw a 500, but I'd have to do a whole new tool head, essentially, and beef up the power supply. And I'm hoping it's just, I'm hoping the controller can handle it. I don't know if it's the controller that's failing or the power supply that's failing. So push the red button. Pull the lever, Kronk. And then you can manually move it around if you want. So yeah, initial impressions are pretty good for me having no CNC experience other than playing around with the 3018 a few times. Not bad. Little Z and stop tool is really nice. It's not really needed. Normally I just come down until I touch the piece of paper and set that as Z0 and call it a day. So is it sturdy enough for a 500 watt? So that's the thing. Let me move this in the middle. Oh, that's what that is. Ew. Oh, no, it doesn't. I wish it had a little knob. So let's put this in the middle. So in terms of how much flex this has, you might be okay. Because obviously it's going to weigh down more. Because it's going to weigh it down more, that's for sure. But if you go to like a metal tool head, these rods are 12 mil, and it's shorter. It's a shorter span than a 3018. So this would get by probably with a 500 watt spindle better than a 3018 would. Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna play with it stock for a while, and then maybe we'll put a duet on it and have some fun. Put a Raspberry Pi. Yeah, just clipperize it. We'll just put clipper on it. Everything needs clipper. So I think we're going to call it there. I'm going to go make dinner for the family now. So I hope you enjoyed this wonderful little Friday stream. Tomorrow, another stream. That'll be our regular Tuesday stream. So tomorrow, 8 p.m. Eastern, we'll continue on with the V0 tool head, and then starting the electronics. And I'm hoping to wrap that one up next week. So we'll see where we're at on Tuesday with it. But we'll hopefully wrap that up this week. And then on to AV Minion. So make sure you're subscribed to the channel. Make sure you're following. Make sure you ring that bell. If you want to help support the content I create and the things I do, consider becoming a channel member or a Patreon subscriber. Or if you just want to buy stuff and give me money on the side without costing anything extra to you, check links in the description for some affiliate links. Revos are out soon. I got one for E3D if you want. For those that donated during the stream, you're awesome. For anyone who became a member during the stream, you're awesome. For anyone who just watched the stream, you're awesome. And if you're watching this in the future, hope things are good. Hope the Rona's over. So enjoy your weekends, guys. It's Friday night. I play the It's Friday song, but I'd get DMCA'd because this is YouTube. It's not Twitch. So be safe out there. Enjoy your weekend. See you tomorrow. Cheers.